Minibiota 2 is a stable ecosystem, but it's not as productive as it could be, so I added more plants to the ecosystem in order for the plants to create more food and habitat. I've also added about a dozen grasshoppers so that these herbivores can eat and return nutrients to the soil, further increasing the speed of the nutrient cycle. With these changes, we'll see how this very stable ecosystem that hasn't changed much in the last 2 years will transform itself. The plant species that I just added is a Ludwigia repens and grows relatively fast. I've added several other plants before in the past, but because of the crayfish, these plants get quickly uprooted and eaten up by the crayfish here, with this Amazon sword being the exception. The goal this time is to add a lot more of this plant than the crayfish is able to eat within several weeks, allowing the plant to establish itself and hopefully quickly grow a deep network of roots. Depending on how things go here, I might even add another species of plant in order to allow the crayfish to pick favorites and let the other plant establish itself. Already though, since adding the plants a few days ago, I can see that the fish, like this flagfish, are already making good use and grazing off of it, but I haven't seen the crayfish tear these plants up, which is of course a really good sign. Besides the new plant, I've added some dwarf hairgrass as a distraction food since this tends to be a crayfish favorite. One unavoidable algae that is now introduced into the system is this filamentous algae. It was part of the original prototype Minibiota, and the Ludwigia grew up in that tank. So it's here now, and we'll just have to go along with it and hope it doesn't outcompete the other plants. On land, the grasshoppers are already doing great work eating the grass and leaving behind droppings that will add nutrients to the soil. We can see that there's plenty of grass to graze on, so within the next few weeks, we should be able to directly see the effects these grasshoppers have on the ecosystem. There's plenty of other organisms in the grassland, but I hope to add many more in the coming weeks to increase the ecosystem's overall nutrient turnover rate and build higher levels of complexity.